Hey guys, Tara here from Recovering Book Hoarder, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a mainly floss tube and catch up kind of a video. I just got back from Walt Disney World. Today is October 2nd. We got back on September 30th late. We didn't make it home until a little bit after midnight. We were there for a week. We were there from the 21st until the 30th, and it was just an absolutely wonderful, wonderful trip. It was just my daughter, my husband, and I. And it's actually, listen, today is actually my husband and I's 14-year wedding anniversary. We've known each other forever. This was literally the first trip we have ever gone on as a family, like just us. So it was a different experience, and it was really nice, and we had a great time. It was as relaxing as Disney can be, which, you know, Disney's not the most relaxing vacation. We have more recently found the term kidults, which are adults that really still like a lot of childish things, especially Disney stuff. You know, like I decorate my house with Legos and minifigures and collect Funkos and stuffed animals and all that fun stuff. So, and my husband is the biggest kidult of them all. Hopefully I'm playing a little bit of a slideshow over here for you of some of our pictures from Disney. Since we got home, unfortunately, I've had a migraine off and on. Right now it's like, ooh, kind of there. So I thought I'd take advantage and go ahead and do my filming. Editing Tara here from in the future. Something I wanted to say that I forgot is that I am listening to the best creepy playlist on Spotify right now that was made by my daughter, and I asked if I could have her permission to share it with you guys because it's awesome to stitch to. So I'm going to leave the link to that down in the description box. All right, back to your regularly scheduled programming. This video, I have lots of finishes. If you remember from my WIP parade, I went through and I picked things that I wanted to complete this year. And I have made a good amount of progress on that. I've got I have one new start, I believe. I have one SAF, start and finish. I have WIPS. Did I say I have WIPS? I have WIPS. And then I have my marketplace haul, and we're going to talk a little bit about plans. I've started thinking about plans for next year also. And because, you know, it takes time to get things up and stuff like that. So we'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end, whenever I get into this haul, because I have a couple of FlossTube specials that are going to be happening in which we work on those plans for 2025. Decide those plans. Can you believe it's going to be 2025? Seriously, like, where does the time go? Okay, so let's go ahead and start out with my finishes. So the first one is from Shakespeare's Peddler. And this is actually my first ever monochrome piece. Those that have been watching me for a while will know monochrome's not really my thing. This one was called, I think it was just called Keys. And here it is. I am happy with how it turned out, but now that I have done a monochrome piece, there are some things I'll do differently. First of all, I should say this is a piece of fabric from a stitchy box I had gotten, and the pattern also was from the stitchy sampler box from a couple years ago. Stitchy box, sampler box. So I don't love the monochrome. I wish I had picked a pop of color either to do the word keys in. I think that's what I would have done, like a pop of color for the keys, or whatever that pop of color was for the locks that are in here as well. But now I know that's why I chose a smaller piece for my first monochrome piece, was so I could see exactly how I felt about it. And I'm happy with how this turned out. It's on a piece of, I believe, 16 count. Yeah, and this was, I mean, it was fun. It was fun. So this was one of my to be finished. And I'm really bad at fully finishing things, but my goal is for the end of the year to have a fully finished object parade where I'm going to show you guys hopefully lots of fully finished things. Yeah, that's coming. We'll see. All right. The next piece, this has been on my WIP board since I first started back to stitching several years ago. I think it was what, 2020, I think during the pandemic is whenever I started back to stitching. And this was one of the very first projects that I started. And this is from Stitching Spell. And it is the Halloween Quaker. There she is in all her glory. So this is a busy piece. There's actually not that many colors in it. But because of the variegated flosses I chose, it looks like there's a lot of colors. So this was a totally monochrome piece. This was, unfortunately, I don't know what I was thinking, but oh, hold on. Strike that. I do actually have the picture of this right here. All right, so this is actually what it looked like. So black monochrome. And last I checked, Stitching Spell, I couldn't find their shop anymore. I believe that might still be the case, but they used to have an Etsy shop. So as you can see, I made tons of changes to this. There was lots of mistakes in this. I tried lots of threads in this. I discovered I hated the DMC light effects. Don't like that at all. And I just used my favorite, like, I learned about variegation in here, how to stitch with variegated threads. I used a lot of DMC. I also used this green was, oh, well, let me see. Actually, let's go. The red, I remember that. The red is from Stitching with, what is it, Rwanda? Stitching with Rwanda? New to me flosses. I had got them in like a pack, a random pack from somebody. Bestitch Me Silks, maybe? I think this is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Anyway, that green. So much. I'm so happy it's done. There's so many mistakes in here, but it was such a fun piece. It really was fun. And the mistakes just make it my own. So happy to be done with this. Many, many years in the making. Okay, next up I finished Flea Market Flowers. This is Lori Holt's Bee in My Bonnet. And this is another one that I've been working on for a very long time. This is what she looks like. And this was on a piece of 14 count Charles Craft. I made some changes to the colors. The purples were actually like black and gray, and I really didn't love that. So I changed that up, and I just changed some of the tones of some of the other colors also, and some of the color placements, and super happy with how that turned out as well. So pretty. This one was, it was just a lot of fun to stitch. And this was all DMCs, this one. All right, then I finished from Taylor and Cromwell. This was from their Golden Girls subscription box. I finished Rose, and this came as a kit. Everything, the floss, the pattern, everything actually came with 4 different patterns, but it came with the floss to make one of them. So I did Rose. Can I ask a stupid question? Yeah, I love Rose. She reminds me so much of my my maternal grandmother, and I'm so sad that Betty White is no longer with us. But yeah, so finish that one up also. That's a 14 count Aida, just white Aida. Like I said, they came with it. And then the last finish that I have is it was a start and finish. And this was my October 1st, so this was done in like one stitching session. This was from Rebel Stitcher Designs Moonlight Garden. This is what it looked like. This was from the Needlework Marketplace in when is that? February? The Nashville Marketplace. And I just fell in love with her because I'm one of those crazy people that love candy corn. And I think that the pumpkin head growing candy corn in a garden is just too cute. So this is pretty small. This was just 52 by 59. I did it on a 18 count haunted Aida from Picture This Plus. Just, she's so small. How pretty. Super cute little, I think I'm gonna get like a little oval frame that like sits on the table. I really like the color that I chose. Makes it more like at night and matches the what's it called? The moon, you know, moon and stars. I did this as charted with the exception of this down here I messed up. I didn't go down far enough. So I added, let's see, I added a row of the orange. And believe it or not, that's the only place I screwed up. Like I said, as charted. So this was a mix of Classic Colorworks, Gentle Arts, and DMC. All right, so those were my finishes. Next up, let's take a look at my start. I have one new start, and oh no, I have two new starts. So I have my SAF, and then I have two actual new starts too. Okay, so my first new start, this was for a sampler September start. And this is actually my very first Teresa Kogut, and I am in love with her as a designer. I went on and added several of her charts to my wish list, and I may have ordered a couple too. You won't see those. I'm only going to show you guys my market haul in this video, but in one of those extras I'm going to be doing, you'll see the additional Teresa Koguts that I purchased. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the best way to show this one. Okay, let's see. So this is a piece I am doing for my daughter. One of her favorite movies ever is Coco, and they have the song Remember Me in there. And this chart is called Remember Me, and it has, when you see Remember Me, and this is the chart. And I am doing it exactly as charted on, I think this is a Fiber on the Whim. I want to say it's 18 count Fiber on the Whim, and I'm doing it 2/1. This is what I have done so far. And I wish I could tell you what it is that I love about this so much. I feel like it has to do with the way she outlines and then the fill-in. And it is such a joy to stitch. So much fun. Yeah. So started that. That was my sampler September start. And probably won't work on it again this year. That's 2 days worth of work. It's just what I usually do with new starts. And then my other start is the Autumn Is As Joyful from Leela Studio. This is actually the second Leela Studio project that I have going right now. Fell in love with this one too. This is so much fun. Ordered the spring and summer ones also because this is just awesome. So this is the chart. I'm sure you've seen this from other people. I am doing this on a piece of 40 count platinum Newcastle linen that I got from 123 Stitch. And this is 2 days worth of a start. And it was one of those where like, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to finish this section. I'm like, well, maybe I'll go ahead and do the cat too. This is my start. And I am doing 1/2. And I just think it's so much fun. Oh, I love it so much. Doing it as charted with all the called fors. The called for, right? Am I doing all called? The DMC. What was this? Was this all called for DMC, or am I doing the DMC conversion as provided? Let's look. All right, so this one is charted in DMC. Yeah. And they look gorgeous. All right, so that was my, oh, I should say, so that was supposed to be my fall, first day of fall start. I, however, was in Disney for the first day of fall, so I started that a couple days early so that I could have it going for, you know, for fall. So yeah, all right. Let me show you what else I have worked on. I'm making nice progress towards my goal WIPS here. So first up, I have from Heartstring Samplery from their Sunday Stitches book, which looks like this. I am currently working on In the Garden, which looks like this. And I am doing this as charted. This is a very enjoyable stitch. I got this. This was released as a kit. I cannot remember who released it, but it was released as a kit for market the year that it came out, 2023 market. So I can't remember what shop it was that did this, but I got the floss and I got the fabric, and there's actually enough space on this fabric, you can't tell because I haven't folded it, but to do another one too. And so this is where we are. So I all of this and all this is new since I showed you guys last time, so it's almost done. I would say there's about 25% left to do. And so I think I could actually get this done before the next time I tape, I believe. Honestly, if it hadn't been for my October 1st chart, I probably would have had it done because I was like going at it quite a bit. Okay, next up, let me show you what I worked on at Disney. So this was my goal to work on as my Disney projects, but this is not one that I'm gonna have done this year. But it's Disney, so I thought where better to work on it than on my Disney trip. So this is the Fab 50, and this was a stitch along for the 50th anniversary, and it represents the 50 golden statues that are in the park. This is from Abby Sue Designs. Last I checked, her shop was closed. Maybe it's back open, I'm not sure. I don't think this is available though anymore. And I am doing it on a piece of, I believe this is, I want to say it's 18. I think it's 18 count, 1/1. Picture this plus, it's gigantic. It's going to be gigantic. I held it up the other day. My daughter's like, that's huge. Yeah, it is huge. But I made some nice progress while I was done. I pretty much stitched. I was able to stitch in the airport. I stitched every day that I was gone for at least a little bit, with the exception of the day that we came back. And that's actually only like the 3rd stitching day this year that I have missed. And so this is what I have done. So I didn't have any of the characters started last time, and I only had 4 of those frames done. So I finished the top row of frames, started Pluto, started Daisy, started Lady from Lady and the Tramp. I actually wanted to fully complete Pluto, but I realized I didn't take any 310 with me, and I needed 310 for the back stitch. But yeah. So I'm happy with that progress that I made. Again, doing this one as charted, and it's absolutely gigantic. And you know what, look, okay, so I am not 100% sure what this fabric's called, but I'm gonna call it Solly Slush, because it looks exactly like the Solly Slush that you get from the what is it called, from the one food place down there, and for the life of me I can't remember what it's called, but they have a Solly slushy, and that's exactly what colors it is, with that purple and the blue. So it truly is a perfect Disney color. Okay, so this is like gonna take me my whole life to finish project. That's the progress I made. Okay, the next one is one of mine that is a goal to finish this year, and I've had this on the go for quite some time. This is from Little Dove Designs. A Stitch for All Seasons. This is the winter. There was the other seasons put out as well. I am using all the called for floss. Again, I started this a long time ago, before I was making a lot of changes on things, and before I understood measurements. So this one, I would have changed up some of the floss. I either should have changed up some of the floss, or I should have not picked this fabric. So it's just hard to see some of it. It's before I understood like floss tossing and things like that. So this is on a piece of printed Aida that I got from Michael's. And as you can see, I've got like no margin on these sides. It's literally like 3 blocks that I have. So since I saw you last, I finished, the treat was done. I finished the upper part of this, and I finished all of this, and border, I think. So almost done. I just have this part over here to do. So I think this one is on schedule to have it done here someday soon this year. Okay, the next one that I worked on, is my coffee break, which I will put a picture of up on the screen because I don't think I have a picture of it printed out. This one I am doing on a piece of Picture This Plus. As you can see, these are all so old that like I wasn't saving my stickers to actually say exactly what I just know it's Picture This Plus. And this is a lot of fun. It takes about a week to do one of the squares. There are a total of 3, 6, 9, 12 squares, I believe it is. And since I saw you last, I did all of this and plus this border over here. But this square is what I did. I just think it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully I'll get this one done. Making progress, people, making progress on some of these old ones. Okay, up next is one that I hate working on because it's black fabric, and as you know, we have discovered Tara hates black fabric. So I don't do that anymore. But this is from Taylor & Cromwell, and this is 10 Dual Commandments from the musical Hamilton. You know, one of the songs that just lives rent-free in my head all the time. So what better to do than stitch it? And I made some nice progress on this. I had to give myself permission to like just, you know, I guess what I'm doing on some of the ones that I like not in love with working on anymore. Like I still like how they look. I just don't enjoy stitching on them. I'm giving myself permission to do like one day and then move on to something else. So like that's what happened with that Lowell Love Design one also. So here's where we are. I had this done. So since I saw you last, I completed all of this, which I think is a really nice amount. So it is coming along. And you'd be shocked at how many stitches are in the bigger of the letters. The letters that are like smaller, those go pretty quickly, but the ones that are larger, there's a lot of stitches in them, so they take quite a bit. All right, 2 more to show progress on. All right, the next one is a gift for my coworker who celebrates Yule. And this is the Old Goddess from Tiny Modernists. And so obviously my goal was to have this one done anyway. This is a one that I'm getting done in a year because it needs to be on her desk for the first day of Yule, fully framed and everything. I don't know how in the world I'm ever going to get all these wrinkles out, because this is like the kind of linen that is, you know, so comfortable to wear, but wrinkles just absolutely horribly. And this is the called for. I want to say it's WIPS Dye Works. What is it? WIPS Dye Works 30 count grasshopper linen. And here is where I am. So she is coming along very nicely. This is all done up here. I have to do the back stitching still. I don't have any of the back stitching done, but other than back stitching, it's done up here. Dress is done. So I just need to finish these 2 sides and the rest of the bottom. And she will be a go. I've really enjoyed stitching on this. This is my introduction to Tiny Modernist, and I could not be happier. Definitely have more Tiny Modernist in my future. Last is, oh, I have to find the magazine. Last is from the Christmas Ornament magazine. This is one of the gifts for one of my niece Ava, the older of my 2 nieces. And this is Little Christmas Angel by Sweet Annette. And this is the picture of it down here, but I have changed it to better represent Ava's coloring. I am doing this on a piece of 18 count perforated paper. First time on perforated paper, and I like it, but I can only do it for so long before my hand really starts to hurt because I have to pull like extra hard. So this is where I am at on there. So she's getting close to a finish also. And that's that. All right. So guys, that is all of my WIP progress. Let's look at my plans for the rest of the month. So I'm going to keep working on some of those things I showed you. All right, so new starts for the rest of this month. Because I love October. Love it, love it, love it. Cobweb and Rose, Happy Halloween. Going to be starting this one. This was from, I think, either the Trick or Treat box. Actually, I don't know. I can't remember if it was from Black Needle Society, if it was from a Stitchy box. I don't remember. So that I am going to start on Halloween. I am starting Cresseta Go-Go, the Halloween and Sitta. That will be my first Cresseta Go-Go. Sometime this month, I am going to start, maybe this Sunday for a Sunday start, from the unofficial Hocus Pocus cross stitch book. I am doing Local Witches Union. This book was out last year or the year before that. And I'm going to do black, but I think I'm also going to use purple and, well, I'm probably going to use the Hocus Pocus colors. So purple, black, green, and orange is what I'll use for that. And then I just have one other new start that I'll be doing this month, and that is from Autumn Lane Stitchery. This was a market release from this past Nashville market. Who did I say? Yeah, I said Autumn Lane Stitchery, right? And this is Midnight Ride. I think this was actually the first purchase I made from needlework last year because I just fell in love with it. So that will be my other new start in my plans, and then I'll be just pulling from my pile of to finish this year as the month moves on. Okay, next up, let me tell you about Needlework Marketplace. So, you know, the online marketplace, that was just in September, right? Between August and September, I think, is when we were doing the pre-order. So first, I want to give a shout out to Millennial Fabrics. Sarah over at Millennial Fabrics, I absolutely adore her. All right, sorry about that. I had a work call. All right, Needlework Marketplace. So, like I was saying, Sarah over at Millennial Fabrics. She's a fabric dyer, but she also has her own store. And I really love how she does things. For needlework, what she would do was she would get the emails. She would put up a post on Facebook of an album with all of the designs, and then you would just comment and say me please, and then she would send you invoices. But it was all done like throughout the period of time. So if you weren't keeping active track of how much you were spending, it was like, oh, here's, you know, $10 here, $20 here, and then it all came and you got to actually see what I got, and I got a few things. So this goes along with my plan. So as we look at these, I think we're going to start setting aside things that I want to kit up to start in 2025. What I would like to do in 2025 is, I have the tiny decision-making wheels. I would like to have 2 wheels. I want to have one that has 52 numbers on it, 1 number for each week, and then I will do a Sunday start. And that's how I'll pick doing it. So, and then I will focus on that piece for 2 days. So 2 of the 7 days a week will be focused on the new start. And the rest of my WIPs are going to be assigned numbers, and I will roll the decision wheel each day and figure out what WIP I'm going to work on that day from all the ones that I have going. So let's take a look at the charts that I picked up and maybe start making some decisions about what I definitely want to kit up to get started next year. All right, so the first one is from Madame Chantilly, and this is Me and the Monsters tiered tray. I have not done anything from Madame Chantilly, so this will be new for me. I have not done any of these trays either, so that's exciting. But I just thought that these monsters were absolutely adorable. So we got that, and we'll put that in a maybe pile. Then I got my first Artsy Housewife And man, she had some really nice ones. I limited myself to one of them. As I look at more of them though, of course, I want to get some more of them. But what I ended up going with was October Blooms, which looks like this. And I just love this. I love the colors, love the design. I love stitching houses. So this is going to go into my yes, stitch it, or yes, get it started for next year pile. All right, then, a new to me, which is Quaint Rose Needle Arts. I wound up getting 3 of her offerings. So the first one, and we'll pick one of these for me to start, kit up to start next year. The first is Spooky Mansion, which looks like that. And then I went with Fall Sweet Fall. I think it's so pretty. And then the Scarecrow Spool Set, which has 5 different charts in it. And I really got it because I love that little scarecrow in there. I think he's absolutely adorable. So those are my options. And I think the one I would like to start, I have several Spooky Mansions. Houses. I think we'll do the Scarecrow. I think we're going to put the Scarecrow in for our start for next year. So we'll work on kitting him up. Okay, I got one from Ink Circles, and that was Forest of Zag. Got this one hoping that the Hathaway Stitchers are going to do another secret sale with this one. So I'll have it here just in case. So I also have the Garden of Zig, which I have not done that one yet. I'll do that. Yeah, anyway, got this one. So that's going to go into my maybe pile for if the Hathaway Stitchers do another sale. All right, then I got 2 from Cross Stitch. Who's this from? Una Buena Piezza. Una Buena Piezza, I think is how you say it. New to me. I got Cross Stitch Pattern Night Garden. Cross Stitch Pattern. That's not part of the name. It's just called Night Garden. I think that's beautiful. Obviously, I am not going to be doing it on black. I might do the oh gosh, what's it called? Top Hat, Old Top Hat, I think it is a nice alternate for black. So that one, and then Ocean View is the other one, because we all know I'm obsessed with the ocean. And so of these 2, I think I would like to kit up the Ocean View one. So then we'll put the other one in the not right now pile. All right, then I got one from Cherry Blossoms, and this is so cute. And it's Family Makes Life Beautiful. Isn't that pretty? I think that's super fun. Cherry Blossoms Quilting. This one's not huge. It's 151 by 148. We're just going to go in the maybe pile. So what we'll do with the maybe pile is as I go through, because I have so many things to go through, I'll tell you guys at the end what the specials are going to be here coming up. I'll count how many I have, and then I can go to the maybe pile and see if I need more for 52. All right, next up is from Annabella's Needle Art. This is a book called It's Finally Fall. And that's just what's all comes in this one. Actually, that plus, I think there's 7. Okay, so there's those on the front, then there's these here also. And I don't, what do I want to do here? We already have a scarecrow that we're going to have going. can hardly see them. These little, there's this like little quilt one back here, back there. It's not a very good picture, but I think maybe that. Oh, it's kind of on the back here. I can show you. It's right there. This little guy there. So we'll put, yeah, we'll do that one. All right. Then I have from Rosewood Manor, Quaker Village. And glad I couldn't see the details on this one until I bought it, because I probably wouldn't have gotten it, because it's kind of intimidating. Because this one has several specialty stitches, lots of black stitching. Are there beads in here? Maybe there's not beads. I think it's back stitching, all fences, birds and mountains with DMC 310. And I think it's all with DMC, actually. It is. It's all DMC. There's also a mini sampler in here. This, I've not done anything from Rosewood Manor. Should I start this? This is a commitment, this one. Oh gosh, look, there's this little church here. Oh, look how pretty. It is so pretty. Okay, this is going to go in my maybe pile. All right, then I got two Tiny Modernists. I got Bobbing for Apples. Aren't they cute? I think that's adorable. And I got Trick or Treat. And I don't think I'm going to put any of these into, either of these into that have to start, because I think I want to do one from her book that I have before I do these. So this will go into my not quite yet pile. Okay, then I got from Little Robin Designs, Jane Treelore. I just think it's so pretty. I would definitely like to start this. This is going to go into my yes pile. Okay, then from Finally a Farm Girl, I got Fall on the Farm. The more grateful I am, the more beauty I see. Isn't that pretty? I like that one a lot. That'll go in the yes pile. From Jean Farish Needleworks. I got such a nice variety here, guys. Jean Farish Needleworks. I got the egret and the dolphin. Which looks like that. This is not going to go into the start because we already have a, we're going to do that other one. That's ocean. Okay, so not yet. All right, then I got Praiseworthy Stitches. This is their new one for this year, Simple Gifts Haunted. They're Quaker. And I currently have a Praiseworthy Stitch going. I have a Praiseworthy Stitch kitted up. So this one we are not going to do next year because we'll do those other ones that I already have prepared. Then I got from Quarter Nine Creations. I got of Dragons and Apples. And I'm going to be changing up the colors on this one. But isn't that fun? She had a lot of really nice ones too, and this is the one I ultimately decided to go with. 17,558 stitches in this one. This is going to go in my maybe pile. All right, then Sprouting Lupine. I got Graveyard Guardian. How fun is he? This is just gorgeous. And this is going to go in my yes start pile. And then my last one. This is a gift for Cassidy. This is called British at Heart Quintessentially. And this is from the Primitive Hare. Because we all know Cassidy desperately wants to be British. And when she saw that, she was like, yes, please. Please make that for me. Okay. So from our Needlework Marketplace haul, we are for sure going to be starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, We're going to start 8 for sure. I've got some in my maybe pile, and I have some in my probably not next year pile. So let me tell you about the FlossTube specials I'm going to have coming up here. I have so many charts. So I think I'm going to have to break it up, okay? So first we're going to go through all of the loose leaf charts that I have, and we're going to decide what we want to chart, kit up from there, okay? Then we are going to go through all of the books, the pattern books I have, and decide what I would like to pick one thing from each artist book, just so I can have something going from each one. So I'm not going to do a flip through of like the entire book. What I'm going to do is show you the options of the ones that I like, and then we'll pick one. So we're going to do 1 or 2 of those. And then we are going to do my digital, everything I have that's digital, and go through and see if there's anything from there we want to kit up for next year. Then we will do my magazines. Because I really need to like plan and get some of these going. I mean, I have so many going, but I want to have them all going. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, all right. Guys, I'm close to 1,000 subscribers. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I have a few things to give away. So hopefully that will happen soon. And I think that's about it. Oh, you know what? I do have one more thing I need to start coming up here. I think maybe this week I'll start it. I have more ornaments I need to do for my girly pies. I think I'm gonna start this other one for Ava, or not for Ava, well, another one for Livy. Anyway, I don't have it right now. You guys will see it once oh, here it is, actually. Oh, it's on this one. It's from the 2022 Just Cross Stitch, and it is this guy here. And it's so funny because Livy picked it. Livy has a pair of pajamas that literally look exactly like this. It is Hannah Bridget Designs, and it's called Scandy Christmas. So I'll probably get that one started too before I see you guys again. All right, that's all for now. I'll see you guys again in the specials I'm gonna have coming up. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.